But this is part of how do you love your neighbor as yourself? Well, first you're going to have to get to know each other, accept each other. See, some of you can't love the neighbor as yourself because you don't even accept yourself. You don't love yourself. So how are you going to love others? You need counseling. And remember what I said last time. I said we're all broken, we're all damaged, we're all undiagnosed and all that kind of stuff. Well, you know what? Then get therapy. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm being serious. Don't be embarrassed to go get help. And I mean everybody in this room, everybody on live stream. We all could use some help. All of you have been traumatized. All of you have got certain PTSD triggers. All of you have got all these things that you need help unraveling, disconnecting. I mean, we just can't ignore the minefield that you've created. You've got to go and actively deactivate every one of those minds. And you may not be able to do that without a guide who understands those particular things. Well, I was molested as a child. Well, then you need to talk to somebody that works with people like that. I was abused in this way or that way. Well, then you should talk to somebody who can help you unravel that. A lot of you have marriages that are just not getting there because you can't have a good marriage relationship because of the baggage you brought in. And you can't just ignore it, it's there. Okay? I mean, I'm telling you, I talk to people and I realize, well, part of your problem is that your spouse hates men or your spouse hates women or whatever. I mean, it's there. Or there's a fear because of abuses or there's some other thing. And so they're not able to have the level of relationship that you want with them. Huge problem. And why is that problem there? Because life causes us to be damaged, and then we don't get help. See, you know, if you start having symptoms like a cough or a fever or any kind of health symptom, most of us, if we're not sure what to do, some things we know, okay, we'll take a little of this or something else. But what if you don't know what to do? It's like some sort of symptom of something you're having, you don't know what it is. You go to someone who's trained and ask them to evaluate and diagnose your problem. First, you do what? You notice you have a problem. Okay? I felt terrible. I had an ongoing fever that I would do what I would normally do for a fever. It wasn't going away. I was having trouble breathing and coughing. So I said, I probably need to go see somebody to figure out what this is. If your life, your relationships are not functioning in a way that works for you and the other person, husband, wife, parent and child, friends, coworkers, whatever, you might want to figure out what it is and stop blaming everybody else. Think about your relationship and say, okay, I had this problem with this person, go back to one relationship. I had the same problem with that person, go back one relationship. Wait a minute, there's a common denominator, you. Stop always blaming everybody else. Unless every person you're with has that same problem, which they don't. They all have different problems. But you're going to run into the same problem with everybody if you bring your problem. And then when it triggers, we're living in reality now. Remember, we're living in now and reality. In this now reality, all of you need to get help. Don't be offended. Don't get all that. I don't like this guy. Doesn't he know it costs money? Look, all the things I'm teaching you, do you know how much money I spent to learn all this stuff? All the books, videos, seminars. Yes, it costs money. Anybody ever accomplished anything invested time, effort, and money. You know what? I bet you can find extra money in your budget somewhere, like cutting back on, coffee or cigarettes or video games or look, whatever. Maybe you don't need that many gigabytes on your phone to play all your games. Save some money, put it into something that actually is going to fix and change your life. Invest in you.